Hold on to your butts. These are the Squashbuckler Diaries. Welcome back. My name is Guy Hasson, and you are listening to the Squashbuckler Diaries podcast, the podcast about Joy, Shelley, the girl who lives and dreams. And it is here that we find out what is it like for a future heroine who grows up in a dream to grow up in a dream. What is she made of? And today is about that. She is, in today's episode, she's 2.5 years old. The age has changed. Follow the podcast. And it seems that every day of her life, almost every day, from possibly age 0, the story is told by the Red Dragon, who only knows them from age 2. So she was rescued at age 2. She doesn't know what happened before, but it certainly looks like almost every day of her life, she is off on some adventure, because that's what her father dreams about. Her father is a normal person, possibly, who, falls asleep and then comes to the dream and has adventures, because that's what he dreams about, except that she is there all the time. They live on a flying pirate ship called Bonny's Revenge, a stolen ship. We covered that as a whole little arc about that with the Red Dragon participating. And so we see, even at age 2.5, this girl likes to have adventures, and she's used to adventures, and her world is different from ours. So let's see what that means and jump right in. Episode 141, Climbing the Mast, Part 1. Joy's age 2.5, told by the Red Dragon. Dragon Little had been climbing the mast by herself since she was 2.5 years old. She loved to climb all the way up and sit in the wooden crow's nest. During the long hours of Dragonfather's absence, when he was awake, although she did not know that, she spent quite a few hours sitting in the crow's nest. Sometimes she would fall asleep there, and Dragonfather would reappear and look for her. Only his shouting her name strongly would wake her up. But her first moment of true joy in the crow's nest, still at age 2.5, was when she was the lookout, and that first time when an enemy ship approached them from afar. "Villains ahoy!" she yelled down at her father. "Villains ahoy!" Dragonfather looked up at her. "Villains ahoy!" she yelled and pointed. Dragonfather followed her gaze. His expression changed, and a sword appeared in his right hand and a laser pistol in his left. "Prepare for battle," he said. "Preparing for battle!" Little Dragon Little climbed out of the crow's nest and slid quickly on the mast, then jumped onto the deck. Her belt already had 2 small swords, one on each side. "Let's do this!" And they did it. It was a glorious battle, and Dragon Little could not have been happier. Told by the Red Dragon. Hashtags Joy Justin. And that is the life of Joy Shelley from age 0. That is her life. This is her at 2.5. Imagine what she'll be like when she's 15, 16, 17, having adventures and defeating actual, real bad guys or monsters or whatever it is that's outside. No spoilers. Imagine what that person is like. Imagine what her childhood is like. And that's what we do in the Squashbuckler Diaries podcast. We don't follow the adventure usually because it's all built and created by Justin's dreams. Justin is Dragonfather. That's what Red calls him. And so usually it's protected, and usually the ending is known in advance. So that's not the interesting part. The interesting part is, what is she made of? What is she made of inside? What is she made of from the outside, from outside influences? And we are coming to know her. And more about that, more about climbing the mast and more adventures next time. So join us tomorrow. And now, the credits. The Squashbuckler Diaries are written and read by me, Guy Hasson. All the tags mentioned in this story are searchable at the website. You can find all the stories there in written form and, in fact, 150 Squashbuckler Diaries more. The Squashbuckler Diaries is the diary of Joy Shelley, the girl who lives in dreams. She'll be called the Forgotten Girl by her father. She'll be a true heroine. She'll change the world. This project shows her entire life from birth to death. Check out the website at guyhasson.com. That's GUYHASSON.com. I've been an author and a playwright for more than 30 years, and this is the first time I've used the guyhasson.com website, because The Girl in the Dream is my life project. If you have questions, if you want to comment, please do. You can comment at the website or email me at guyhasson@gmail.com. That's GUYHASSON, GUYHASSON @gmail.com. The theme music is called Brass Gentleman and is created by Thomas Howardek. My name is Guy Hasson, and this is my life project. Come back tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, for more. Welcome back. My name is Guy Hasson, and you are listening to the Squashbuckler Diaries podcast. Okay. That's for the bloopers.